everybody. You know who this is. It's your girl, Coach Misty. And we are here with another free class. Listen, y'all better be glad God is moving the way He's moving in my life because He tells me to give y'all the first week of class for free to let people see what I'm doing. Also, for you to catch some of this good work. And if you would like to sign up for the class at any time, you can go ahead and click the link in my bio, which will take you to my link tree. And Soul Stirs is there. From between now and October the 5th, you can use the code change 40 to save 40% off of Soul Stirs. Let me make sure I got what I need on here on this screen. One moment, y'all. Let me see. Let me make sure I got my link tree up. Welcome to and change 40 to save 40% off. Hold on, y'all. Where is it at? All right. All right, y'all. Let's get it. Let's go. So, first of all, I know y'all like, Coach, what is Soul Stirs, right? Let me go ahead and tell y'all. Let's go ahead and talk about what Soul Stirs is. So, Soul Stirs is a 6-week boot camp designed to help spiritual workers and healers who are ready to unlock the power of their spiritual gifts, turn their passions into a profitable business. I'm not. That's what it is. I'm gonna show you how to take your passions, whatever spiritual gift you have, and turn it into a profitable business. All right. We are going to talk about spiritual entrepreneurship, abundance mindset, and practical strategies to monetize your unique talents. It's real simple. That's what Soul Stirs is. And every day I start these free classes, I'm gonna tell y'all what Soul Stirs is. Right. Now I could go through like the whole week. This is what this week, but this week we're gonna talk about week 1 because that's the week that I'm giving you all. Week 1 is embracing your spiritual gift. Okay, week 1 is embracing your spiritual gift. So during this week, we are going to discover and acknowledge your unique spiritual talents, and we're going to embrace your identity as a spiritual entrepreneur. Boom. It's real simple. Now, you like, Coach, is there a workbook with this one? It's not. Because you know what the workbook is? Jesus is your workbook. No, you need to have a notebook. Because there's a lot of things in here that they don't have a workbook. I need y'all to take notes. I need you, because you're going to write out your whole game plan, your whole map, and I need you to have a blank canvas. So right now, I need everybody to get them a piece of paper. If you don't have a designated notebook, just go grab your piece of paper because we're going to go ahead and share this live out. Y'all go ahead and share this live out. Y'all, everybody should share this live out with at least 5 people. I want as many people as we can in here to get this work live. A lot of people may not be able to afford the boot camp, right, or whatever. Like, so let's get this out to many people. Some of y'all can afford it, just didn't know what it was about. So let's just get this live out to people. All right. So my cap in this boot camp is 20. At this point, I want to say I have 7 spots left. I have 7 spots left. So I'm going to go live for the next 7 days. So I got 7 spots left. You can save 40% as long as you sign up before by October 5th. Let's get it. Let's go. All right. So we are talking about embracing your spiritual gift. So this week's program, y'all, is dedicated to embracing and discovering and embracing your unique spiritual gifts and identity as a spiritual entrepreneur. Okay. We are going to look into self-discovery and empower you to embrace your spiritual identity and with confidence and purpose. All right. You have to walk in your gift. So guess what today is? Day 1 is introduction to spiritual gifts. My God. Introduction to spiritual gifts. Go on and get your paper out. Let's get it. Let's go. So first of all, what's up, Buttercups? Welcome to Soul Stirrers Boot Camp. I'm your girl, Coach Misty, and today we are going to dive into something personal and powerful, your spiritual gifts. All right? Now, we already talked about what the boot camp is. We all talked about that good stuff. And what we're going to do is we're going to talk about what your spiritual gifts are, why they matter, and how they play a key role in your personal and spiritual growth. So this is an intro to spiritual gifts. So first of all, what do you think? Let's define spiritual gifts. Everybody get their pen and paper out. Define spiritual gifts. What is a spiritual gift? What do you all think this is? Anybody? What is a spiritual gift? I like to ask y'all questions so I can take a sip. Facebook, YouTube, let me hear what y'all got. What is your spiritual gift? You said heal and touch. Okay. What does a spiritual gift mean? Do you say me what? Taylor, I don't have time to play with you today. Not you walking on water. Shut up. Zulima, what is your spiritual gift? Ability to do the supernatural, a healer. What does it mean to what is the definition of spiritual gift? Okay, increased awareness. All right. So let's define what spiritual gifts, what that means. Okay. Spiritual gifts are divine abilities given to us to fulfill our purpose in life and on our spiritual path. I'm going to say this again. Spiritual gifts are divine abilities given to us to fulfill our purpose in life and on our spiritual path. These gifts help us connect to something greater than ourselves and contribute to the well being of others. So let's talk about this real quick. There's abilities and there's gifts. Let's talk about the difference. Everybody has a spiritual ability. I don't care who you are. Everybody has a spiritual ability. Yes, that is a lot to type, friend. Everybody has a spiritual ability, but not everybody has a gift. And let me tell you what the difference is. A spiritual ability could be discernment, your intuition, right? You can have dreams about yourself, but if you don't have dreams about other people or to help other people, it's an ability and not a gift. Okay? So the definition of spiritual gift is that not only does the gift help you connect to your something greater than yourself, you contribute to the well-being of others. That's what makes it a gift. You contribute to the well-being of others, okay? Now, whether you are aware of them or not, you already have spiritual gifts within you. They might manifest as intuition, empathy, healing, leadership, creativity, or something completely new, unique to you. Listen, everybody has an ability. Everybody has a spiritual gift. Some of you all can cook. Some of y'all can cook from scratch. Some of y'all don't need a recipe. Some of y'all can eyeball something and make it. That is a spiritual gift. That is a spiritual ability. Huh? That is a spiritual ability. That's something God gave you just for you. That's a spiritual ability to help you on your purpose, on your path. Some people can play music without even knowing how to read music. They talked about Aretha Franklin couldn't even read music, but she could create music. That is a spiritual ability, and it became a gift when she started sharing her gift with the world. When she started sharing her music with the world. When she started writing for other people, then it became a gift. I think when we talk about spiritual gifts, we get caught up in this whole mystic thing or whatever, right? We get caught up in this whole thing like, oh, she might be able to levitate. What Taylor say? Walk on water. Spiritual gift. Oh, Coach Misty, she be knowing. You be knowing too. You may not know for other people, but you be knowing too. You just got to hear God's voice. You just need clarity and peace. You know too, right? All right. So listen. Spiritual gifts are directly tied to your growth, both spiritually and personally. They're the tools that allow you to express your true self, help others, and live in alignment with your higher purpose. Now, I'm going to say this to say that. If you have no idea of who you are and what your purpose is, you do not know your spiritual gift. So let's cut the crap right here. If you have no idea of who you are, what your purpose is, you do not know your spiritual gift. Okay? When I was in a dark place, when I was in a dark place, when I was depressed, I knew, first of all, I knew what my gift was when I was little, but I could not use my gift effectively when I was depressed. I didn't have no energy. I didn't have no energy for myself, let alone nobody else. I didn't believe in myself. I barely believed in that God loved me. So how can I use this gift for somebody else? So I would not have been able to do what I do now when I was in a place, when I was in a room of darkness. You understand what I'm saying? All right. So that makes sense? Good. Now, embracing your gifts, y'all, allows you to expand, right? Embracing your gifts. Remember, if y'all watch my journey, when you embrace your gift, it allows you to expand, to live abundantly, and connect more deeply with the world and the people around you. Boom. I embraced my gift in June of 2022. God put me between a rock and a hard place. He said, "What you gonna do, little mama?" I said, "I don't want to do that." He said, "That's what you're going to do." So I embraced my gift. And once I embraced my gift, the gift that God gave me with the vision of knowing, once I embraced my gift of knowing, right? I'm a seer. I'm a remote viewer, as they call it in the Catholic Church. I'm a remote viewer. I was able to expand, live abundantly, right? Because I'm now walking in my purpose. I'm walking on my path. That means that people are going to be drawn to my energy, right? I'm using my gift in order to fund my lifestyle. I'm doing what God told me to do, and we know that obedience equals abundance, right? I was more deeply connected to you all. Now it's more than just jokes and giggles, right? Now I can help you, right? And we connected. And now I built community. It all makes sense. Why? Because I was embracing my gift, okay? So let's talk about some examples of common spiritual gifts, okay? Some people are natural healers. Okay, where my natural healers at? If you are a natural healer, if you or you know somebody that's a natural healer, put an H in the comments. If you know somebody that's a natural healer, put an H in the comments for me. Put an H in the comments if you know somebody that's a natural healer. Put an H in the comments. Or if you are a natural healer. Um, okay. The next one are intuitives. Intuitives. Where are my intuitive people at? My intuitives. Where are my intuitive people at? If you are intuitive, put an I. If you are intuitive, put an I. If you are a healer and you are intuitive, put an I. If you used to have a I, it should have H and I. If you are a healer and you are intuitive, put an H and an I. All right. Now, some people have the gift of prophecy. Okay. Some people have the gift of prophecy. Right. So mine would be, am I a natural healer? Yes. Yes, I can, because I can deliver people. I'm a natural healer. And I also, God allows me to use my hands to heal people with the products that I make. I heal people, right? Am I intuitive? Yes, I am intuitive. Do I have the gift of prophecy? Yes. So I'm a HIP. You better ask about me, huh? I have the gift of prophecy. There's another gift, talk about divine wisdom or comfort. Divine wisdom or comfort. Can you have divine wisdom and not have the gift of prophecy? Yes. That means because when you have divine wisdom, that means you can put all the pieces together for people. That means you got the best advice. You don't have to be all knowing. You don't have to see into their future or anything like that. You just have divine wisdom. That means that people come to you and you always have a good solution. Divine wisdom or comfort. Some of you all, do you understand that being able to comfort people in their time of need is a gift? Do y'all understand that's a spiritual gift to be able to comfort people? If y'all heard, what Nerd said last night, and other people have said it, I comfort people. I know people feel comfortable in my presence, whether I'm trying to make them comfortable or not. So the being able to be a comforter is a spiritual gift. When people come around you and they just don't want to leave, one of my friends, Janai, she is a comforter. I don't know what it is. It's something about being in Janai's house. It's not like she got some good incense. It's not like she's, got something going on in the atmosphere. It is the spirit of comfort in her house. When I go over her house, that's a lot of times I don't go over there because I don't want to leave. I get on the couch, I end up spending the night. I got my own place. It's the feeling of being comfort, right? So being a spirit and comfort is that's her spiritual gift. She makes you feel comfortable. Okay? So we got empaths, we have intuitives, we have wisdom, we have prophecy, we have comfort. What are my people? You said, Erica said, I have the gift of prophecy, but I know some things I need to let go of it to grow spiritually. Exactly. And guys, this is what I'm doing with Soul Stirrers. Now, I'm going to say this and say that because I know people will be like, Coach, when you going to offer this class again? So I only offer Soul Stirrers one time every year. We only offer it one time. So if you can get in the Soul Stirrers before I close the class out next week, come on, because I'm gonna go live every day until next Tuesday, and that's when we start our private class, right? That's when we start our private class. So I'm going live every day. So if you can get in Soul Stirrers before then, come on. We take Klarna, we take Afterpay. If not, I will offer this class again next year, next October. But we will put it on the schedule in enough time to where I will work out a payment plan. Okay. Listen, I will work out a payment plan so that y'all can have a whole year to pay until next October. We can do that, okay? All right. Let's get back to it. Now, so we talked about some of the common spiritual gifts. These gifts often show up in how you connect with people, how you handle challenges, and the areas of life where you naturally shine, okay? Listen, these gifts that you have show up in how you connect with people. That's why I was like, God, I don't want to do Soul Stirrers because I feel like sometimes I don't want people to pay for the class, feel cheated like that. She gonna get them the first week for free. But as we're doing this class, what's happening is that people who are watching me are gonna listen to this like, yo, I do have a spiritual gift. I didn't even think about it. Like all this time, I've been doing this for free or giving out this energy. And guess what? Energy costs. Energy costs. Gas costs. Lights costs. Energy costs. Your energy costs. And I think what's going to happen is during this week, a lot of people are going to discover that they do have a spiritual gift. right? And they want to learn how to monetize it. And that's what I'm here for. Welcome to Soul Stirs, okay? Now, what we're going to do, guys, we're going to do a reflection exercise. We're going to do a reflection exercise. We're going to take a moment to reflect. You ready? All right, everybody get comfortable. Get comfortable. We getting comfortable. Let's take a minute. Listen, let's take a minute to reflect. So, I want you to close your eyes. Y'all ready? It shouldn't be no typing because everybody's eyes should be closed. I need you to close your eyes. Let's take a moment to reflect. We're going to reflect on our innate talents, okay? Take a moment to reflect. All right, let's get comfortable. Let me tone my voice down. Let's get comfortable. All right, I want you to close your eyes, breathe deeply, and think about the talents you've had since childhood. All right, close your eyes, breathe deeply, and think about the talents that you have had since childhood. What comes naturally to you? Where do you feel most at ease? These are often clues of your spiritual gifts. Okay, keep breathing. Think about childhood. Think about what came natural to you during childhood. Where do you feel the most comfortable at? These are clues to your spiritual gifts. Now, as you're breathing, sitting there quietly with your eyes closed, I want you to consider moments where others have come to you for advice, for healing, or for a sense of calm. Think about the role you play in the lives of those around you. While your eyes are closed, I want you to think about the three people that you talk to the most. And I want you to think about the role you play for them or in their lives, okay? What do they come to you about? Is it advice? Do they come to you for healing? Do they come to you to calm them down? Right? This is another window into what your spiritual gift is. So I want you to breathe in, breathe out. We're going to do it 4 times. Breathe in, breathe out. 2 more. Breathe in, breathe out. Last one, we're going to open up our eyes and we're going to connect with our surroundings. Ready? Breathe in. And as you're breathing out, I want you to open up your eyes. Good job. All right, now what we're going to do is we're actually going to write out some stuff right now while it's fresh on our minds. So I want you to get that piece of paper I was telling you about. Get that piece of paper right now. I want you to write down the first 3 things that came to your mind when you think more about your innate talents. The first 3 things that came to your mind. These are the things that you don't even have to work hard at. They just flow. So I want somebody to tell me in the comments what's one of the things that they saw when they closed their eyes. What is one of the things that you saw when you closed your eyes? Anybody in the comments, give me one. What was one of the talents that you saw when you closed your eyes? One of them. What is it? Comfort, healing, advice, seer, empath, a healer. Okay, all right. You can feel spirits, advice. Guess what, guys? The first thing when I closed my eyes, even though, well, I didn't have to close them, but the first thing that came to me when it says, think about what you did as a child, guess what it was? It was teaching. I remember teaching other kids in the garage at my grandmother's house. I remember rounding up the kids to teach them. And by God, this is one of my spiritual gifts. God told me my purpose was to teach, preach, and prepare. I teach people. I preach to you. God gives me a word every other Sunday or sometimes every day when I'm on live and prepare people. I prepare people by telling you what's coming next. Listen, teach, preach, and prepare. I've been doing that my whole life. My whole life. This exercise is gonna help some of y'all realize what your purpose is. I've been teaching, preaching, and preparing my whole doggone life. And here I am doing the same thing again. Teach, preach, and prepare. Doing the same thing. All right? Next, I want you to reflect on how these talents align with your spiritual path. Do they guide you towards helping others? Do they bring you peace and fulfillment? And I want you to write down what feels true to you. So I want you to write down. So when you look at the 3 things that came to you, right? Does it guide you towards others? Do the things that you did as a child, these gifts, Do you help other people with it, right? Do you see somebody in need? Do you see somebody in need and be like, yo, I'm about to teach them something? I do it all the time, right? Do you see somebody in need and I'm like, God, but God be moving so tough in my life. God sometimes won't let me sit down and have dinner. God be like, you got to tell them something. I'm like, I don't want to tell them. They don't know me. This is weird. I be fighting it. And God be like, you got to do what I say because obedience equals abundance. And I go and I prepare people because I tell them what's coming, right? Or I preach to people, right? Sometimes in preaching doesn't mean I'm preaching at them. I minister to people. People want to tell me things. I give people sound advice, right? I give people sound advice and I always encourage them to find their own relationship with God. I minister to people in the craziest of times and the craziest of places. But listen, God's word has to get out by any means necessary, okay? So remember, I want you to reflect on the talents that you saw as a child. I want you to see if they align with your spiritual path, right? And do they guide you toward helping others? Do they bring you peace and fulfillment? And I need you to write all this down. So I'm gonna give y'all a couple minutes to write that down, okay? Okay, so listen, and if you feel comfortable, I want y'all to type in the chat and share what you came up with doing your reflection. Okay, so I see a lot of people are doing this, so go ahead and put it in the chat. If you haven't put anything in the chat, go ahead and put that in the chat so you can so we can all celebrate our gifts. Because guess what, guys, you just discovered that you have a spiritual gift. Huh? You just discovered that you have a spiritual gift. Now you ain't got to pay me $29.95 to see to see if you got a spiritual gift. We just did that. Huh? We just did that. Okay? All right. So let's talk about good. Let's take a sip. Deacon, you missed everything. Huh? But guess what? This is on YouTube. It's called Soul Stirrers Week 1, Day 1. You can catch the replay on YouTube. I will listen. Yes, you can catch the replay on YouTube as soon as we can get off of here. You can go join the YouTube now. YouTube is on Coach Misty. Go check it out. Some of y'all, if you need to sign up for class, we'll talk about that at the end. All right, so let's talk about how to activate your spiritual gifts. Holy Spirit activate. Let's talk about how to activate those spiritual gifts. If you are ready to hit the start button, say start in the comments. If you're ready to hit that start button on these spiritual gifts, if you're ready to zoom, vroom, vroom, press start. Press start. If you are ready to hit them spiritual gifts, press start. What are we doing? Hey, friend. Thank you so much. If you ready to hit that spiritual thing, press start. Miss Jazzy said start. Start. Boom. Let's talk about how to activate your spiritual gifts. All right, guys. Now listen. Listen, it's one thing to identify your spiritual gifts, right? But the next step is learning how to activate and expand them. Okay, so listen, we're gonna be doing a lot of that during Soul Stirrers Boot Camp. So I know y'all revved up and ready to go, but understand we only gonna touch the surface of it today. Even if you come back tomorrow and the day after and all that stuff, make sure y'all sign up for my emails at thisiscme.com. Sign up for the newsletter, subscribe to my email list because we'll have a schedule out of what we're doing. And I'm coming back tomorrow with another free class on day 2, okay? So listen, again, so like I said, it's one thing to identify your spiritual gifts. Baby, the next step is learning how to activate and expand them. And we're going to do a lot of that over this 6 weeks, okay? Now, activation starts with awareness. I'm going to say that. Activation starts with awareness, okay? So now that you've reflected on your gifts, you're in a position to consciously develop them. Now that you know what your gifts are, we've identified the gifts, you connected with the gifts, you completed the reflection time, you did your journaling, right? Now you're in a position to consciously develop them. This means trusting your intuition, practicing self-compassion, and staying open to spiritual guidance. I'm gonna say this again. The first step in activating your spiritual gifts, right, is what? Trusting your intuition, practicing self-compassion, showing yourself some grace during this time, and staying open to spiritual guidance, right? Staying open to spiritual guidance. Spiritual guidance can come from the people that we in class with. It can come from the man above, or it can come from me. But staying open to spiritual guidance. I'm open to spiritual guidance. I don't believe I know everything, right? I'm open to spiritual guidance. A lot of times people book with me and they say, "Hey, I don't have nothing I want to talk to you about. God told me to tell you something." And I listen. And I listen because yes, a message can come from anybody. A message can come from anybody. So listen, I am still open to spiritual guidance, right? So here's the deal. We also want to know, listen, I want you to understand that your spiritual gifts will evolve as you do. I'm gonna say this. How many people remember when I started doing mediumship? Right? Your spiritual gifts evolve as you do. So the more peace, let me tell you about my personal journey. The more peace I found in my life, the more gifts I could uncover. It was stuff that I didn't even know I could do. My friends say they just waiting for me to levitate at this point. Huh? Your spiritual gifts will evolve as you do. So be patient with yourself and stay curious. Do not put a limit on what you can do. Be patient with yourself and stay curious. Now, listen, my gifts are a little different from your gifts, right? But I do have other spiritual gifts. I have the gift, my hands. I can create anything I want with my hands. That is a spiritual gift. I can create anything I want with my hands, from writing books to making cakes to whatever it is. Listen, I create anything I want with my hands, right? I know with these hands, gifted and blessed and gifted, that I can create. I can type out anything. I can create courses. Look at what I'm doing. Listen, from my spirit to my mind to these hands, baby, it's going hard. I gets it in. Okay, I create plans, right, from anything, right? I stay curious. I'm open to spiritual guidance. I'm open to the Lord giving me more. Lord, whatever it is you want me to do, I'm going to do it. And guess what? Obedience equal abundance, right? God told me to create this class. He told me to do it. And I said, okay, Lord, I'm here. I'm with you. What's next, right? That's it. That's all. So listen, I just want you to know that you have to be patient. You have to stay curious, because the more you use your gifts, the stronger they become. The more you use them, listen, that's with anything. The more you do hair, the better you get at it. The more you cook, the better your food is, right? The more people I read, listen, the more accurate it is. You know why? Not because, something about if I read 100 people, then I'm 98% accuracy. No, it's because I'm having faith and I'm trusting in my gifts and I'm using my gifts. I'm letting God use me. And the more that I let God use me, the more He uses me, the more He gives me to give to people. I don't know if y'all noticed. I don't think when I first started doing, God wasn't showing me when I first started doing the readings like actual dates. I mean, I might say, hey, a couple of days. But when God starts showing me actual dates, I say, hey, you're not moving August 1st, you're moving August 2nd. That's because I trust in God. That's because I'm more open to the messages that God is giving me. Okay? That's because I have been patient and stayed curious, and I'm open to spiritual guidance. You hear what I'm saying? And guess what? The more that I use my gifts, the stronger they become. This course is 10 times better than the first course I ever put out 3 years ago. You know why? It's because I continuously use my gift to teach. And the more I use my gift to teach, the better I learn how to teach, right? The better my courses become, right? The more people who sign up, because I'm continuously using my gifts, okay? Okay. Questions and concerns before we do a recap, huh? Questions and concerns before we do a recap. Y'all thought this was going to be all day. It's not. Questions and concerns before we do a recap. Any questions about what we have talked about so far? We defined what a spiritual gift is. We defined what spiritual gifts are. We looked at some examples of spiritual gifts. Okay. We did reflection on our talents, trying to identify some spiritual gifts that we've had since childhood. And we talked about the first step in activating. Listen, the first step in activating your spiritual gifts. She said, feeling spirits all the time feel scary, uneasy. You got to be open for it. If you are a dreamer, what does that fall under? You just a dreamer. What do you dream? Are you dreaming for yourself or for other people? That's how you receive the message. You're just a dreamer. That's a gift within itself. Some people don't dream. I don't dream. I just don't. I would do anything to have a dream. I don't dream. I see things and listen, I see things in full color. How do you deal with prophesying hard prophecies to family members? Well, here's the deal. You just gotta say it. You just gotta say it. You just gotta put them to the side. A lot of my family members don't even ask me nothing because they don't want to know. My kids be like, nah. Now my youngest daughter, she'll call me sometime. But she has the gift, but she's scared to use it. My son, he said he don't want to know. He just want to let life happen. And so I respect his wishes. Now, if God put it on my heart to tell him something, he's going to be told whether he like it or not. If he don't want to talk to me, then I'm going to send it in a text. I'm going to get that weight off of me. Because the way it happens to me is when God tell me to do something and I don't move on it, I carry it with me. And I have worked with too many people to carry the weight of the world on me. That's not my job. So I'm going to get it off of me and I send it to you. That's it. Any other questions before we do a recap? The second activation, what do you mean the second activation? What I was saying is that the first one, it starts with awareness. Okay, so activation starts with awareness, right? Okay, so now that you reflected on the gifts, you're going to be in a position to constantly develop them. Okay, so you got to trust your intuition. Somebody put trust intuition, show yourself some grace, and stay open to spiritual guidance. You say when you hear answers to questions, how do you trust what you heard? Because I know what it is. I don't even question it. That's a good question. So someone said when you hear questions and answers, first of all, I see it. I don't question it. I never did. I don't question it. See, when you get to question stuff, when you get to questioning what God has told you, first of all, I know who's telling me that. I know it's God. That's number one. So let's get one thing straight, two things together. When I hear something, I know it's God. It's nothing but God. Okay? That's number one. Number two, I don't question nothing. Because when I start questioning things, when God give me an answer, I've been doing this too long. When God give me an answer, I just give it. I give it to you straight shooter. I don't hold no chasers. I give it to you. Boom. Sometimes I take a little longer because it's something about dealing with someone passing on. It might be even them passing on, right? But I just give it to you straight shooter. I don't question it because you know what happens when I start questioning what God has shown me. That means that now I'm injecting my human touch into it. Now my faith is falling by the wayside when I start questioning what God has told me. No ham, no Sam, no ma'am. We're not doing that because that brings in confusion. Huh? Questioning God equals confusion. So I don't question God. I give it to you. And all of the confirmations when people call back in lets me know that guess what? You got it. I already knew that. You got it, Lord. Okay. You said awareness. What have you been good at since childhood? What do people come to you for? What do you mean? I don't know what that meant. But listen, want any other questions before I go ahead and we do a recap? Any other questions? Because I got to get ready to go live again for our regular live. You said I went through that questioning God and I was confused, but not at this time. Good job, friend. All right, you're welcome. All right, so let's go ahead and let's recap the key takeaways from today, okay? Now, today we explored what spiritual gifts are and why they are so important to our personal and spiritual growth. You reflected on your unique talents and how they align with your spiritual path, right? Okay, so I just want to make sure we all on the same page. You explored your spiritual gifts, right? We said why they're important to our personal and spiritual growth. We talked about that. You reflected on your unique talents and how they align with your spiritual path. So now what we're going to do, we're going to set the intention for this week, guys. Let's go ahead and set the intention for this week. Okay? So, the intention for this week, I want you to be mindful of the ways your spiritual gifts show up in your daily life. I want you to be mindful of that. I want you to notice how you feel in the flow when things come naturally and you connect with others. Okay. I want you to do this. Again, this week, I want you to take your journal that you have, your notebook that you have, or even a piece of paper that you wrote on, carry that around with you. And I want you to write down several times this week where your spiritual gifts show up. I want you to notate whether or not when they show up, is just helping you or is it helping other people? When that spiritual gift or ability show up, is it just for you or is it for somebody else? And when you are operating within your spiritual gift, how do you feel as a person? This is going to help y'all to connect with it and feel at ease with it. How does it help you and how does it connect you with others? Okay. All right, y'all. So remember, the more you stir your soul, the more powerful your gifts will become. I'm going to say this to say that. Huh? The more you stir your soul, that's what's called soul stirrers. The more powerful your gifts will become. You have everything you need inside of you. Now it's time to let it shine. All right, y'all. Listen, join me tomorrow. We will be back here same time, same place. Let me see. What's tomorrow? I want to say, yeah. Wait. What's tomorrow? Wednesday. We are actually going to come back at 6 p.m. because tomorrow is hoology. So we will be here sharp 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, and we will be done before 7 p.m. because we got to sign. I got to go straight to hoology. Tomorrow is day 2. It's self discovery and reflection. Tomorrow is day 2 of self discovery and reflection. Yes, it's on YouTube. We will engage in self reflection exercises to uncover hidden talents and spiritual inclinations. And we will acknowledge and embrace the qualities that make you a unique spiritual being. All right, guys. How y'all like that class? Was that all right for y'all? Was that okay? Yes, no, maybe so. What we doing? It's on YouTube. I'm going to make a playlist for y'all. Y'all, let's get it. Let's go. Okay. If you are watching this and you need help with signing up for the class, please let us know in the comments. If you are watching this and you want to join Soul Stirrers, I have 7 spots available. I only take 20 people for Soul Stirrers because I'm working with a lot of energy. I'm working with a whole lot of energy. Okay? So if you want to sign up for the class, I'm going to show you where to go. And I have moderators in the comments that can help you as well. Okay? All right. So, what you're going to do is you can do 2 things. Thank you, Danita. You can go to thisiscme.com, click on shop, and click on boot camps. Or you can go to my link tree. Okay. If you go to the link tree that's in my bio, right? Hold on, let me refresh this. If you go to the link tree that's in my bio, if you go back out to my bio, the link in my bio is going to take you to my link tree. And there it is right there. Soul Stirrers. You can save 40% off the 6-week boot camp by using the code CHANGE40. 40% by using CHANGE40. You guys have until Saturday to use that code, right? Listen, you said, will this be taped? Yes, this will be taped. Yes. Now here's the deal. After today, so let me tell you how the class works. So for the first 7 days, I'm gonna go live every day, and I'm gonna give y'all the free classes for the first 7 days. Once we get into week 2, we will only meet on Tuesdays. We will only meet on Tuesdays, Tuesday nights at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will then give you, you will receive videos. So like I'm doing now, it would be other private YouTube links. You will receive the videos for you to watch every day and complete the assignments. And then when we come to class on Tuesdays, that's when you all will go ahead and we will talk through it and stuff like that. Everybody gets coaching with me. Everybody gets one-on-one coaching. So if you sign up for Soul Stirs, you will get one-on-one coaching with me. You will get 2 30-minute sessions over the 6-week time frame. 2 30-minute sessions. So after the second week, I will start scheduling everybody for those 30-minute sessions. And we're going to go ahead. I'm going to do some one-on-one coaching with you about your particular thing. So remember, the first 7 days, I'm going to come on live. Starting next Tuesday, we will have a private class on Zoom. We will meet as a group every Tuesday until November 12th. Every Tuesday till November 12th. I still will give you guys classes. You will have YouTube links in our private group chat. And that's where you go and watch your classes every day. And then on Tuesdays, we will do a recap. After the first 2 weeks, I will start scheduling people for their one-on-one sessions. So everybody that comes into Soul Stirrers gets a one-on-one, get 2 30-minute coachings with me over the next 6 weeks, okay? The goal of this is not only to discover your gift, to walk in your gift, enhance your gift, and to monetize your gift. Let's say this again. We're going to discover the gift, walk in the gift, strengthen the gift, monetize the gift. Everybody will have a spiritual business. Everybody will have a spiritual business by the time we leave here. At the end of these 6 weeks, everybody that's in the class will have a spiritual business. Now, how much you make is your business. If you only want to make a little, then work a little. If you want to make a lot, we on the right, you talking to the right person, okay? So, if you need help signing, and remember, you can save 40% off the class. We have 7 spots available. You go to my link tree and click on this. Boom, click on that, click on Soul Stirrers, use the code CHANGE40 and save 40% off the class. If you are going through my regular website, let me show you how that works. If you want to go through my regular website, it's still fairly easily. Go to thisiscme.com. Okay, thisiscme.com. You're going to click on shop, right? Once you click on shop, the best way to do this is just click on boot camps. Click on shop, click on boot camps. Guess what you're going to find? Guess what you're going to find, y'all? You're going to find all my boot camps, all right? Mindset 365, month 4. You better get in there. All right? Scroll all the way to the bottom. This boot camp is at the bottom. Soul Stirs is at the bottom. Y'all have until Saturday to get 40% off, and you have until Tuesday morning to actually sign up for the class, all right? All right, so Soul Stirs is right there. Any questions, concerns, or comments? Questions, concerns, or comments about the class? No? All right, remember, all spiritual gifts don't have to be about readings. And can we just get the 2 calls? You can book a 15-minute session with me by going to thisiscme.com and book an appointment. And you can use your 15 minutes for coaching. I think people need to know that. Y'all know y'all can use your 15 minutes. It don't have to just be reading questions. Y'all could actually get coaching. So if you want to get coaching, you just book 2 15-minute sessions with me, however many coaching sessions that you want on that. The only thing about that, though, is if you book 2 15-minute coaching sessions, don't expect me. That's not part of my regular coaching program. So don't expect me to remember, like, oh, yeah, I remember you said. No, I'm not about to take notes. I'm going to coach you. I'm going to give you everything I got for 15 minutes. And then whenever I talk to you again is when I talk to you again. So don't expect me to pull out my notebook and be like, oh, yeah, so the last time we talked, we did. No ham, no Sam, no ma'am. That's not how that works. But you can always use the 15 minutes to get coaching for spiritual gifts. Even if you don't sign, you can get coaching on anything if you don't sign up for the class. Any other questions, concerns, or comments? If not, hey, check this out on YouTube, Soul Stirs Week 1, Day 1, right? And I will be back. I'm going to actually take me a little break, give me something to eat or whatever, set up my other stuff, my lights, and I'll be back. We're going to go ahead and do the readathon. We're going to have a good time tonight. And then you'll see me back here tomorrow. Y'all going to see me again 1,000 times tomorrow. Well, y'all going to see me tomorrow for the last thing. You know, Hoology starts tomorrow. It's class tomorrow. I'm going to do one more rules of engagement at noon. And then I'm going to come back online at 6 o'clock and do week 1, day 2 of Soul Stirs, self-reflection. And then Hoology is the closed class at 7 o'clock. All right? All right, y'all. I want to thank you so much. Facebook, YouTube, you guys have been amazing.